In the world of fame, love is never private. Not entirely. Especially when it concerns two of the most beloved faces of a generation. Subscribe now and stay with us as we unpack the statement that shook fandoms across the globe. Today, we explore the official message released by Dylan Wang's agency, finally addressing the long-rumored breakup between Dylan Wang and Shen Yue. For years, fans speculated about the nature of their relationship. From their undeniable on-screen chemistry in Meteor Garden to subtle hints in interviews, behind-the-scenes glances, and the rare, yet telling, public interactions, Dylan and Shen Yue became the heart of a shipping phenomenon that blurred the line between fiction and reality. But with that blurred line came a pressure neither of them asked for, and a privacy they silently fought to protect. The statement, released quietly but reverberating loudly, came without preamble. A single post shared on the agency's official social media account. No headlines, no announcements, just text in black and white. We would like to take this opportunity to address the circulating rumors regarding Mr. Dylan Wang's personal life. It started with formality. Code, professional, neutral. But behind those sterile words was the culmination of months, if not years, of speculation. It was finally happening. Fans read on, holding their breath. Mr. Wang and Miss Shen Yue have, indeed, shared a deeply respectful and meaningful friendship over the past several years. Their collaboration on set sparked a connection that extended beyond professional boundaries, and for a time, developed into something more personal. There it was. Not quite confirmation of the fairy tale, but not a denial either. A soft acknowledgement of what many had hoped was true. The agency continued. However, as both individuals have grown and pursued independent paths in their respective careers and personal journeys, they have mutually decided to step back from their private relationship. This decision was made with care, respect, and understanding, and without any external conflict or controversy. No dramatic betrayal. No scandal. Just two people making a choice. Still, the weight of those words sent ripples through social media. Posts flooded Weibo and Twitter. Fans translated, reposted, speculated. Was this closure? Or just the beginning of more questions? The statement, though simple, held a deeper undercurrent. For one, the use of the phrase "step back" implied not a severing, but a redefinition. A reframing of what once was into something more sustainable. Perhaps friendship. Perhaps distance. Further into the statement, the agency addressed the impact of public scrutiny. We recognize the immense interest that has surrounded their personal dynamic. While we are grateful for the support fans have shown both Mr. Wang and Miss Shen Yue, we kindly ask that their privacy be respected moving forward. Speculation, harassment, or invasive behavior benefits no one and only serves to cause harm. It was a subtle reprimand. A reminder. And maybe, a little late. Because for years, Dylan and Shen Yue were not just actors in a drama. They were the drama. Paparazzi followed them. Fans dissected every look, every word, every moment. Even their silences were analyzed for hidden meanings. The fandom had made them a couple before they ever were one. And now, it seemed, that same fandom was being asked to let go. But how do you let go of something you never truly had, yet always believed in? The emotional center of the statement came at the end. Both Mr. Wang and Miss Shen Yue are immensely grateful for the love they have received, individually and together. What they shared was real in its own right. They hope fans will continue to support them as they move forward, carrying lessons, memories, and gratitude for a chapter that meant so much. Those words, what they shared was real, were enough to bring some fans to tears. Not because the fairy tale had ended, but because it had, in some way, truly existed. In the days that followed, neither Dylan nor Shen Yue posted publicly about the statement. Neither confirmed nor denied the details. But the silence wasn't empty. It was filled with meaning. with finality. Fans quickly began revisiting old interviews and appearances. The way Dylan would glance at her when she laughed. The quiet comfort Shen Yue seemed to feel in his presence. The subtle coordination in their answers. The inside jokes. The lingering eye contact. It all now read like clues to a love story that had unfolded, quietly, behind the scenes. Was it real? According to the statement, yes. At least, in its own time. And that's perhaps what made the heartbreak sharper for many fans. Because it wasn't a ship built solely on fantasy. It had some foundation in truth. And truth, when lost, hurts more than illusion. There's something inherently tragic about timing. About two people who meet, connect, grow together, only to drift apart as their paths diverge. And maybe that's what this was. Not a scandal, not a fight, not an ending out of bitterness. Just life. Still, fandoms grieve differently. Some were supportive, sending messages of love and encouragement. Others lashed out, demanding more. Some refused to believe the statement at all, claiming it was a PR stunt, a distraction, or worse, damage control. But amidst the chaos, a quieter realization took hold: Dylan and Shen Yue were never ours to claim. They never belonged to us. What they chose to share, they shared. What they kept, they had every right to protect. As the statement continued to circulate, some voices in the fandom began to shift the narrative. Rather than mourn what was lost, they celebrated what had been. Threads began to appear online, compiling moments from interviews, behind-the-scenes clips, and fan encounters. Not to prove a relationship, but to commemorate a connection. To honor the journey of two people who, against the odds, seemed to find something real in the whirlwind of fame. A few fans even launched tribute projects, fan art, video edits, and open letters addressed to both Dylan and Shen Yue. These tributes weren't pleas for a reunion, but thank you notes. Expressions of gratitude for the joy and inspiration they brought, both separately and together. And maybe that's where the true power of a fan base lies, not in possession, but in appreciation. Not in demanding more, but in honoring what was given. As the weeks passed, the statements faded from trending lists. New dramas premiered. New rumors surfaced. The cycle continued. But for those who had followed Dylan and Shen Yue from the very beginning, something had shifted. A door had closed, but a window remained. A window into a quiet, personal chapter between two artists who met, connected, and let go, with dignity, with care, and with respect.